you know, and together with Elise, who you probably also know, we'll be giving you some more information about Zapier and how it can help to make integrations with other applications. So what do we have in store for you today? First of all, we will look into Zapier, like what is Zapier, for those that don't know, and how does it integrate with Ambassify. Then we'll also cover like why it's relevant to use Zapier and how it can make your life easier by setting up automations. We'll also give you some concrete examples and use cases to make it more tangible. And at the end, there's also room for questions and answers. So don't hesitate if you have any questions. You can already put them in the chat if you like, or you can just do it at the end during the Q&A. That's fine as well. So talking about questions, maybe we already have one question to you, and that is, are you already familiar with Zapier, or is your company already using Zapier? So you can just drop your question, your answer, sorry, in the chat. And then a second question is, do you already have certain integrations or applications in mind that you would like to connect with Ambassify? Because then we can check if that's possible through Zapier, yes or no. Maybe you already have these in mind now. Maybe after the session, yeah, you will be inspired, and you will get some ideas. So feel free to drop them in the chat as well. All right, so let's kick off. What is Zapier? So Zapier is a workflow automation software, and this software allows you to connect Ambassify, the tool, with various other applications like Microsoft Teams, Gmail, and many, many, many more. So Zapier has this thing called zaps, and within a zap, you can trigger actions in other applications based on something that happens in Ambassify or the other way around. And this is actually how you can create workflows between Ambassify and the other applications that you are using in your company. So also good to know is that Zapier integrations are available only in the premium and enterprise license from Ambassify. So Zapier also has a marketplace, and let's dive into that first, so you know what that means. So this is basically the Zapier website, and you can see that Ambassify, we're now on the Ambassify integrations page, and this is where you can basically see the different tools that Ambassify can be connected with. So you can see here in the marketplace, you have Salesforce, you have Google products like Sheets or Gmail, you have Facebook pages, Strava. So you can already see that there's a lot to pick and choose from. So for example, if you are looking for Teams, you can also search here, and then you see, yes, there are integrations possible with Teams. So if you click, you will then see that Zapier suggests you some things here. So when this happens, something else should happen in Teams. So for example, when a message when a campaign is published in Ambassify, a message should appear in Teams. And we also have a template available for Teams. So we can build multiple templates also depending on the needs. But you can see here, there's already a first template about sending a channel message in Microsoft Teams. And this is the example that we will also give you later on in the session to make it very, very tangible to you. So going back here, as I was mentioning these templates, we also have 3 articles where we basically provide you with templates for different reasons. So the first one is 3 different zaps that help you automate the onboarding of new ambassadors. The other one is about boosting your event marketing initiatives. And a final one is about boosting the engagement through Ambassify. So let me just open the first one so you know what I am referring to. So here, first of all, you get some more general information about the Zapier integration. But then you can see here is the first template that we're offering. And this one is about sending welcome emails in Gmail when new users join a certain workspace. The second template example here is about sending onboarding tips via Gmail to your new ambassadors. So this one is Gmail focused, but the same or similar integrations can be set up with other applications as well. So the goal is also to inspire you and so you can come up with your own ideas and see if Zapier can be the solution to your wildest ideas, let's say. All right, then I'm giving the mic to you, Elise, so you can give a bit more detailed information about how Zapier really works and with some examples as well.
Yes, thank you, Lorenz. So let me share my screen. Let's take a look. There we go. You can see my screen now, right? Okay. Perfect. So yes, I wanted to give you some tangible examples and also take a look at our own Zapier account to give you some concrete ideas. So basically, as Laurens mentioned, so how does it work? You need a Zapier account and you also need the Zapier integration in Ambassify. And it's currently available for premium and enterprise licenses. And if you are interested in trying it out, feel free to reach out to either one of us, and then we can help you with the setup. And regarding your Zapier account, it depends a little bit on the needs that you have, if you really need a paid account or if you can start off with a free version. So it depends a bit on the complexity of the automations that you would like to set up. The integrations with Zapier are made that way that you don't require real coding. So that's very useful. Although we do notice that it can be helpful if you can get some help from someone with a more technical background. And of course, our own development team from Ambassify, we can also assist you. And then it depends a little bit again on the complexity of the workflows that you're setting up. If it's just a small technical question that you might have, then it probably doesn't really require custom work, and then we can just help you with providing our support. If it's more in-depth technical help that you will need from us, then it's possible that it requires some custom development on our end as well. But definitely know that those are options if you want to automate certain things or integrate certain apps with each other, that we can definitely help you investigate the possibilities and maybe also help you with the eventual technical setup. So as Laurens also said, we have a couple of templates / examples to help you get started, to inspire you a little bit. So let us maybe take a look at those, and then we can go from there. And if you maybe have some other questions or ideas, feel free to type them in the chat so we can take a look at those as well. So first example that I wanted to give was the one to send channel messages in Microsoft Teams whenever there's a new campaign available in Ambassify. Why? Just because a lot of customers use Microsoft Teams. They probably use a lot more channels than we do at Ambassify. And it's a smaller and easy example to show. So let's take a look. So first things first, Yeah, you might ask, like, where can I find some more information on Zapier or the Zapier integration that we need in Ambassify? Well, actually, you don't really find that much information in Manage in Ambassify itself, but it's basically what you will need is the technical information in the settings under the API tokens. And if it's maybe currently disabled for you, then it's probably not part of your plan. Or if you are on the premium license or on the enterprise license, then you can also contact us, of course, and then we can take a look. But you need the API token, and you also will need your organization ID to first get started. So let's take a look at Zapier. When I'm just going to start off from one of the articles that we will also share with you in the slides. So I want to use this Zap, as they call it. So I'm just clicking on it, and then a page from Zapier opens. And then here you can click on Try this template. And then it goes automatically to Zapier. I'm already logged into my Zapier account, so I don't have to do this step anymore, but you first have to create a Zapier account, of course. And also important to know, if you would like to send channel messages in Teams, automatically you will also have to install the Zapier app within your Microsoft Teams environment. So that's one thing that I also already did. So let's just get started. It's a simple workflow with 2 steps. The first one is whenever there's a new campaign in Ambassify, that's the trigger. I want to send a channel message in Microsoft Teams. So then over here on the right, you first will have to connect your Ambassify account. And that's why I said you will need the organization ID. So I took that one, logged in, and connected my Ambassify account. And then when you click on continue, it's always going to test the trigger. So you can click on test trigger. Okay, and then it shows a message that we found some campaigns in your account. So that means that the connection is successful. And then you can click on continue with the selected record there. The event is that I want to send a channel message in Microsoft Teams. So I click on continue. Then you have to make sure that Microsoft Teams is connected. So I also logged in with my Ambassify account, like just my Ambassify email address, my professional email address, into my Teams account. You connect with Teams, and then you click on continue. And then this is where you actually have to build what you want to happen. So you want to send channel messages, you first have to select a team. I'm only in one team in Microsoft Teams, and that's Ambassify. So in this case, I select Ambassify. You probably have to select your own organization there. And then I can choose a channel. You probably have a lot of channels in Teams. We only use it for meetings mostly. So we just have a general channel and a community channel. I want the message to appear in the community channel. So I click community, and then you can choose the text format. So you can decide if you want to send, if you just want to send a plain text message, that's possible. But you also have some other options. You have XML and Markdown. It depends a little bit on what you prefer. For this one, I'm just selecting Markdown, and then you can add some message text. For example, it can be, new campaign in Ambassify, check it out. And then, of course, you want to add some more information. That can be, for example, the title of your campaign. And if you want to add some more information, let's do that. You can also add, let's see, some other information. For this example, I'm just going to pick the text that I pasted here. There. let's go back to here. Okay. And then what I just did is basically I added new campaign in Ambassify, check it out that I already have here. But then you can, I'll just do it like this. New campaign in Ambassify, the title, and then check it out. And then you need the link of your own community. In our case, it's community.ambassify.com/detail. And then you can add the ID of your campaign, and that's a dynamic field. So over here, you can find lots of different dynamic fields from Ambassify. And in this case, I'm going to filter on campaign ID because that's the one that I like to add. Where is it? Here. Okay, and that's that. So in this case, it's just going to read out the dynamic title and then the dynamic ID. And that's basically it. And then you can click on continue. And it's going to see, like, is it all working? And you can send a test step. So I'm just going to do that. Then it's actually sending a message to Microsoft Teams in this case. And then it all worked because this is green and this is green. And let me see if I can also show it in Teams. I don't think so because I'm sharing my screen at the moment. Maybe I can share a screenshot afterwards because Teams just closes if I want to share it. But yeah, so what happened now is that a message appeared in Microsoft Teams with the link to the community campaign. So again, it's an easy way for your community members to be notified about new campaigns within Microsoft Teams. We'll also include a screenshot in the presentation that you will receive afterwards. So then you can check out what it actually looks like. A second example that I thought that could be interesting to share with you is that you can create Ambassify campaigns each time when there's a new video available on YouTube, and that you can also do this automatically. So I'm going to also use this Zap. Try this template. And then, again, very simple workflow. Each time there's a new video on YouTube, create a new Ambassify campaign. So you first will have to connect the YouTube channel that you want to get the videos from. In this case, it's Ambassify for us. Then you can click on continue, and then you can you have to add the YouTube channel ID. And if you don't know where to find it, you can find it here. If you want to share your YouTube channel, you can also copy the channel ID. So I just did that. And then let's go back to the Zap. You can add it here, refresh the fields, continue. Then it's going to test the trigger again to see if there are any matching. Oh. Videos. There we are. So there are some new videos available. Then I can continue with the selected record. And then you have to decide what you want to create in Ambassify, a new campaign in this case. Again, you will have to connect your Ambassify account. And then you can fill in all the campaign details as if you would normally also do in Ambassify. But you're setting up an automated campaign, so it's going to be the same each time. So again, so there's a new, the campaign name, it can just be the title of my YouTube video. In this case, I'm going to create a click it. So I want people to view the video, but you have many presets. You basically have all the different presets or campaign types that you also have on Ambassify. So it can also be a social share, it can be a like, yeah, any different campaign. So in this case, let's do a click it with link. You have to select a language. It's basically the same that you would also do in your community. And the channel can be community for this one. And then you can also say if you automatically want to publish it, but I'm just going to create a draft campaign. You can add a title. It can be the title of my YouTube video. You can add a header image. And that's a thumbnail. Let's take this one. And then a description. The content, you can type text, but you can also add the URL, for example, in the content. And then you have to add the URL to the video, of course. You can add the confirmation button text, the open button text. It's like building your campaign, but in a different environment. If you're like used to working with Ambassify, I'm sure you will recognize these fields. And then the thank you message, the rewards, you can also already manage here. And that's that. And then you click on continue, test step. And then it's going to see if it can actually send the campaign to Ambassify. And so it's doing that right now. Let's take a look if it worked. Campaigns, and here's my campaign that was created 7 seconds ago. And then you can see what it looks like. At this point, I just made a simple campaign with just a URL and nothing more, but you can add much more information to the campaign and all automatically through Zapier. So once that, let's see, once that you're finished with this and it's all working correctly the way you want, you can just publish your Zap. And then once that your Zap is published, you basically, yeah, I only have one Zap running at the moment, but that's this one, and the notify Microsoft Teams of new Ambassify campaign publications. This one is on. And then if you don't no longer want to use it, you can just simply switch it off again. So it's as simple as that, at least for these simple workflows. But those were the examples that I wanted to share with you today. So back to you, Lo.